Subscribe, hit that bell icon, and share this clip if you enjoy it. This is TRS Clips. How did you actually get so fast? Because, I mean, lately we are seeing a resurgence of fast bowling in India. I won't call it a resurgence, but this birth of fast bowling in India has happened. And this entire generation has watched you and Glenn McGrath bowling really fast, especially you. So how did you reach that mark of being considered one of the world's fastest ever? Like, is it something you build up on? Is it something you're gifted with naturally?
I think it's definitely a natural gift that I have been lucky enough to get, Ranveer. So my mother was a sprinter, so she had very, very fast twitch fibers. She was obviously gifted with the ability to run very, very fast, and then we probably got those genetics. So to make a good fast bowler, you have to be a good runner first and foremost. So I did like a lot of athletics growing up, a lot of sprint work, and a lot of determination, because people can bowl 140 Ks, or guys might be able to bowl 145 Ks, but for how long can they do it? And not that long, because it's hard work. It's hard on the body. You have to play with pain consistently. You have to be able to play with muscles that are strained, ligaments that are torn, bones that are broken, which I've played through all of that. And it's having that mental strength upstairs that actually makes you the bowler that you are. So with the love of the game, with the passion, with the determination, that's what makes a good fast bowler, I think.
Yeah, they say that fast bowling is not meant for the human body, just the
No, it's
nature of
not.
fast bowling. Yeah, but at what age do you start feeling that? Do you feel that early when you're training to become a fast bowler? Do you start getting injuries then itself? Or is it like over time?
Well, I think I was always very short growing up, at school. I was one of the shortest. And I had a growth spurt at about the age of 15, 16. And about 15 years of age, because I started playing when I was 9, and I was always the fastest bowler in the team. I never wanted to bowl spin. I couldn't bat. So I guess bowling was the only option. And at the age of 15, I just thought, you know what, there's something here, that I'm playing against guys who are 22 years of age and I'm bowling as fast as them. And that really, really excited me. So then I pushed that next level. I kept trying to push and push and push. And of course, you get your first injury. Mine was my lower back. I had a broken back. I was in a back brace for 16 weeks. And the easy option for me would have been give up, focus on my studies, focus on another career path. But I thought, no, I'm meant to play cricket for Australia, so I'm not going to give up until I do it.
Gorgeous. They say that fast bowling is probably the toughest job on the cricket field and probably
Definitely.
in the cricket world. Because you've got to put your body through so much. And at the same time, we
100%.
had Glenn McGrath on this podcast. He also spoke about how important mental toughness is for any athlete, but especially for a fast bowler. So I want to highlight two aspects of your career while you were playing: your physical fitness game and your mental fitness game. How did those two games evolve after you started playing professionally?
Good question. I think when you first make the Australian cricket team, or the first team in general, when a young Rishabh Pant plays for India, or a Prithvi Shaw or someone like that, or me playing for Australia, I think it's about 80% ability and 20% mental strength. Then over a number of months, years, it becomes 20% ability and 80% mental strength. Because you've already got there because of your talent. And talent is something that you can go in form slumps and stuff, right? But it's how you deal with that form slump. So for me, it was always, how do I get out of that rut? How do I get my body right? So it's that mental strength. So I know that I'm, in terms of physical fitness, all those skills, I think I'm okay to play at this level. But to actually believe I'm okay to play at this level, if you don't believe it, you're not going to be any good. If you believe it and you commit to it, then you'll be a good player. If you haven't got the talent and you believe that you're better than what you are, then obviously that's not going to work either. So It changes, and the guys that have done well in sport aren't necessarily the most talented, gifted players. We always hear, and you've heard this probably 1,000 times, that guy or that girl's so talented, but they just couldn't get on with it. That player is such a talented player, but he keeps getting out. That businessman is so talented, he's so switched on, but he just can't close that deal. It's got to be upstairs. It has to be that mental strength. So I've always believed that you've got to harness that raw natural talent. If you haven't got natural talent, you won't make the team, period. So you have to have natural talent. If you've got natural talent and you work on those skills, then you'll be good. But to get that next level, that's when that mental strength kicks in.
How do you train that? Like, I'm sure it's not everyone's cup of tea to just have it from the get-go. So is it the teammates who kind of give you the mental strength? Do they make you do meditation? What is it? How do you work on it?
I think it comes from your family, most importantly. Firstly, my mother was the athlete, and my dad was that mental strength, never give up, never say die attitude. And together, my parents were the perfect blend for us. I mean, I was so lucky. And I've got a very, very close relationship with both my parents, and they are, they've been married for nearly 50 years. They are the most amazing people. Not 50 years, I think 40 years, I should say, 40 odd years. They're not that old. Close, but yeah, so they, they taught me from a young age about what that mental strength's like. Then it becomes how stubborn you are. I think stubbornness is sometimes frowned upon because someone says, "Oh, he's stubborn," or "She's stubborn." That can be fine too. A person that's stubborn is okay because they generally get what they want. So to get to where you got to, I'm sure you've had setbacks. I'm sure people have said to you, "It's a hard industry. Try something different." That's the easy option. Go the safe option. But look at you now. You're achieving your dream through hard work, dedication, and being stubborn in a nice way, and that's fine. So it's that stubbornness that I take is that when someone says you can't do it, right? I'll see about that.
They
And not
also
proving them wrong, but proving to yourself.
They also say that fast bowlers are the craziest people on the cricket field. Is that
Probably.
true?
Probably.
Do you think it's a
I think you
version
have
of
to have
this?
a bit of that wide line fever, definitely.
Yeah, I think Glenn McGrath said the same thing. But I've also got to highlight your physical fitness because it was one of the questions sent in by our Twitter. Just before you kind of dive into that question, I want to highlight what you mentioned earlier about fast twitch muscle fibers versus slow twitch muscle fibers. So they say that people are genetically gifted with more of one of the two. So either gifted with more fast twitch or more slow twitch. And usually people who are gifted with more slow twitch are better endurance athletes. But people who are gifted with more fast twitch are more explosive athletes. So say someone like a Brett Lee or a fast bowler would have a lot of fast twitch muscle fibers, probably. And someone who's like a great test batsman might have more slow twitch fibers, for all you know.
Yep.
But how would you kind of talk about your own fitness, Brett? Like, how did that go up? Because we've seen how the performance of the Indian cricket team changed after Kohli introduced fitness. So, and we've also seen you and Andrew Simons and say like Ricky Ponting, who were fit always. And we would see our team, which wasn't at the same level in terms of physical fitness. So what was your physical fitness regime, and did it play a role in increasing your speed of your bowling?
Well, that first point that you made about the fast twitch fibers or the slow twitch fibers, that is what your genetic makeup is, and you unfortunately can't change that. So maybe speak to your parents if you don't believe you got the raw end, or if you got a great deal. But also too, just because you might get slow twitch fibers doesn't mean that you can't achieve something in a different style. So a spinner might have more slow twitch fibers, but become one of the world's best spinners. They mightn't be the best runner in the team, but they're a good batsman. Normally you see the guys that have the fast, or the girls that got fast twitch fibers, generally go towards something that needs fast twitch fibers, which is the reason why they are successful. So a fast twitch fiber person would generally be a runner, or like a sprinter, you know, a soccer player that needs that explosiveness, a boxer that needs that to be on sharp. So you are, I guess, funneled or dovetailed into a chosen sport through what your ability is, and that's just common knowledge, and you have to accept that. I mean, I'm useless in the pool. I'm not a great swimmer, but like, you know, that's that endurance athlete. It's different fitness. Me personally, about fitness, I want to be the fittest in the team. So I wanted to be able to run the longest. I want to be able to bowl the most amount of overs. There was a game in Adelaide where I bowled in a one-day match. I bowled 10 overs straight. Done. Wow. It was like 40 degrees. And I just wanted to do it because I had the physical fitness to do it, and actually felt great. And so to me, it's like having a regime without having a diet. I do not believe in fad diets. You know, people starve themselves for 2 days and they don't eat and they go, I've lost 5 kilos. Great. Well, they lost 5 kilos of water, or 5 liters of water, and they eat again, they drink, and they put it all back on. So consistency is the most important thing. I live my life by making sure that I train in order to enjoy myself. I love food. I love having a cold beer. I love eating greens. I love being healthy. So I love having chocolate. So, you know, I'm saying I love healthy, green. I don't mind a pizza or a beer or some the odd fast food type of thing. Everything in moderation. I think it's very hard to completely wipe something out and then not have anything of, because then what happens is, you know, or people go 5 days of amazing eating, and then they get the weekend, they go, it's the cheat weekend, and they eat all rubbish. It pretty much just wrecks the whole week. But if you do things evenly with your training, then you'll stay pretty fit.
But when you were playing for Australia, what was your fitness regime like? Like, was there a lot of weight training? Because I've heard you say in one of your old interviews that you didn't believe in lifting heavy weights, especially if you're a fast bowler, because you want to keep it light, you want to keep it explosive. So, could you like kind of lightly take us through your training regime as well as a bit of your diet?
Excuse me. So when I was playing for the Aussie cricket team in test matches, I wanted to be what they call lean muscle mass. So I wanted to enhance or embrace that fast twitch fibers. Now, if I'm doing heavy, slow weights like this, and my shoulders are big, and I've got big biceps, I look good at the beach, it's not going to help my bowling. You might physically look great and be comfortable in your own setup, but it won't help me bowl 150k outswingers. So I needed lean muscle mass, that I felt like I was quick, could turn my feet over quickly. So my average weight session would be some, push-ups, chin-ups, sit-ups. Keeping it very simple, which is stuff that you can do at home. You know, you can find somewhere to do a chin-up on a door somewhere, or find a bar down the park, or do something, push-ups and sit-ups. And then I do a lot of sprint training. So that was generally my fitness. When I was, getting ready for a big test match. So if I'm playing like they are on the 17th on Thursday, where are we now? It's Tuesday afternoon here in Sydney. I would then go, right, I need to now start eating tonight. I need to prepare for the game on Thursday. So my preparation in terms of what I'm eating starts today, 2 days out. So I'd start what they call a carb loading. I'd have a lot of pasta, sometimes a lot of red meat, other times not a lot of red meat, depending on how I felt. I didn't want to feel sluggish, but a lot of carbohydrate, a lot of pasta, as I mentioned, heaps of hydration, which goes hand in hand, so that when I get to the game, I've fueled my body. There's nothing worse than going into a game of cricket imagine your car fuel tank being half empty, and they say, right, you have to drive 1,000 kilometers down the road, but you've only got enough fuel to last you 500. you're not in a good place. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't leave any stone unturned. So I was rested enough without being too fresh. So I'd probably rest the day before. I would train really hard, have a good bowl, 2 or 3 days out, like flat out, as quick as I could for maybe an hour. Bowl. The option the day before on Wednesday, like tomorrow, I'd go, you know what? I've had a really good bowl yesterday or today. I feel good. I'm going to have just a light walk, get my body feeling fresh again, have a massage, hop in the bath with some salts, smash my hydration, have my pasta, have a good night, have my 8 hours sleep. Sleep's the most important thing. And switch off cricket. Don't think about cricket on Wednesday night. Get the guitar out, sing some Mukabala. Relax. Aramse, right? You got to relax.
Nice.
Switch off cricket. Don't watch cricket. Don't think about cricket. Wake up in the morning, have had a great sleep, 8-9 hours sleep, you beauty, have a coffee, have a nice fueled breakfast, then go, right, cricket starts in 3 hours. Okay, who are we playing against? India. Okay, so I've done my preparation the last few days. I worked on bowling my outswinger because I want to try and nick off Sachin Tendulkar. I then came around the wicket and bowled the big in-swinging Yorker to Adam Gilchrist, who was then my Surav Ganguly. So I knew that when he came out to bat, I've done the work already. So that's the preparation. Doesn't always go your way, but the more that you prepare, the luckier that you become.